Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. I'm so tired. I'm ATM, very hashtag booked and blessed. So I thought I would make this really cute video and talk about what's in my audition bag. Being prepared for an audition is super duper important, and it's honestly like a huge part of getting a role is just showing up and being prepared. I'm having like an asthma attack. If you're trying to make like a career out of acting, having like an audition diaper bag is super duper important. That way you don't really have to think about, packing, or you're never late to audition because you're like, oh shoot, I forgot something. It's just, you can maybe throw in an extra thing or two if you ever need to kind of change around what you're taking, but for the most part it's going to be one size fits all. I mostly do musical theater. Of the 3 shows I'm in at the moment, 2 of them are musicals, so this is kind of based off of that bag. Obviously, if you're more into like TV or commercial acting, you're gonna take different things with you. Also, I'm missing a couple items, but I'm gonna talk about them, so don't worry. Just don't worry. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. I changed the camera angle because I didn't like the way my face looked. Maybe you guys remember a couple years ago, there was this thing going on Facebook, and it was like this prank you would do on your friends where you would text them like, hey, can you call me? I've lost my phone. And like the bit was, would they call you and you'd be like, you idiot, how would I have texted you if I had lost my phone? Yesterday, my friend texted me, he's like, hey, when you get home, someone stole my phone, I need to make a police report. And I was like, I'm not an idiot, you're texting me from my phone. And he was like, no, I'm not, I'm texting you from my computer. And I felt like a bad person. You're always gonna wanna bring a copy of your headshot and your resume. Have at least a couple copies of your current resume and headshot around. Even if it's not in your bag, have one in the purse that you take with you to work. Have one in your backpack, keep one in your car, because you never know when you're gonna meet someone. You wanna make sure you have a really, really good headshot, because, and I'm not trying to at anyone, I've been in a couple shows lately. You can tell when someone has read your resume and when they haven't. And I know there's a lot of people in a show, so it's not like the director is gonna know everything, but there's stuff I'm saying at rehearsal, they're like, oh really? And I'm like, this is #1 on my resume. Even though they don't always read them. And sometimes really it is just about how good of an audition you do, which I'm saying to make you feel less stressed if you don't have a super impressive resume yet. I'm saying this to make you feel less stressed. I'm not saying this to be like, screw directors, they never read. They have a lot going on. It's important to still have a good resume, even if you haven't done a lot. Make sure it looks good, make sure your headshot looks good, even if you only get like 3 credits on your resume, or if you had to like knock some items out because you have so many. As far as headshots go, I would splurge on some really good headshots, especially if you're really into like TV or commercial acting, because when casting directors are online, they usually get like this little of a little picture of you. They're looking at tiny little faces on a tiny little screen, and they're just trying to get the show or whatever it is cast. You've got to have a breathtaking headshot, one that really, focuses on your eyes, and definitely pay to get your hair and your makeup done. I'm dying. This is my book of music. It has my entire repertoire in it. It includes some of my classic pieces, like I have the Vedrai Carino from Don Giovanni by Mozart. I have the classic Seben Crudele by Caldara. That one's just super easy to sing, and you never forget how to sing it. You should really have a ton of different types of vocal styles, because you never, like, there's gonna come shows you're like, oh, I need to go and look up something new to do, and like that happens. Like when I auditioned for Spring Awakening, I didn't use anything from my current repertoire because I knew that it should need a specific sound that I didn't really already have. And so I added something to my repertoire, which was Portrait of a Girl from Bear. But you don't always have to pull from your repertoire. It's just good to, for the most part, have something to go to. On top of that, you're always gonna want to bring your sides if you have to do a monologue or something. Bring your sides, always have your own copy. You should be memorized. I don't care if you got it the morning of, you should be as off book as possible. It's just gonna be easier for you to give an impressive audition if you aren't constantly looking down. You're gonna pretend that I love the way. When you get in there, you should hold, can you see? You should hold your script out and then up and then to the side. So you don't have to look down to read. Especially if you're doing anything where it's like a reel where they got a camera in front of you, holding it like this means it's out of the frame, but you can, take a quick glance. If you're in a reading on stage, you should hold them maybe a little bit lower, but still out, because this is just not it. da-da-da-da-da-da, I'm still up, I'm still out, my face is still there, I'm still connecting with either the reader or my scene partner, and I'm not hiding my face or looking down, and I'm showing that I'm familiar with the work. So, musical theater call, you're probably doing a dance call. Can't see why not. So, you gotta make sure you're prepared to move. They'll typically tell you what type of shoes to bring and any kind of call information, but always bring a little bit more. Never wear tennis shoes, never wear any shoes that aren't dance shoes, and don't ever just come in just wear a pair of socks. Typically when you go to an audition, you perform first, like you're gonna sing first, and maybe you act and then you go to your dance call. So I wear leotard underwear when I'm wearing. I don't always bring tights, but I do bring a dance skirt with me. I don't want to do a complete outfit change because I want them to be able to recognize me when I'm up there doing the dances. So whenever I'm making an outfit change, I want to make as little alteration to what I look like. So like my go-to, and I also don't ever want to, I'm going to talk about this more in a second, but I don't try to give an impression of anything when I have my audition clothes on. So I never want to kind of, unless I'm going out for something particular, I don't typically want them to only see me in one part. So I typically go for performance black. I don't usually wear tights, but if I do, I wear tights. And if I don't, I bring a pair of socks. I bring a pair of socks because I don't want my shoes to get smelly, first. And second of all, these can hurt if you don't have a pair of socks in them. Which, yeah, I bring at least 2 pairs of shoes always to a audition or a dance call unless I'm told otherwise. I bring a pair of character shoes. And I bring a pair of jazz shoes. And I'll bring tap shoes if I'm told to bring tap shoes, or if the show I'm going to I know needs tap shoes, because sometimes they won't ask for them because they're trying to pull from just a wider range of people who might all own them. So that's what I bring as far as shoes go, along with the clothes. So though I just said I don't like to get too creative with my outfits for an audition, sometimes it's okay to kind of impress upon who you're auditioning for with an outfit. I auditioned for Pump Boys and Dinettes last year, and I went out and bought this. It's just a jean jacket dress. It's very, very simple. It's got this cute little belt. There's no embellishments on it, but I just wore that plain, and I just had my hair down. And it isn't like super impressing upon anyone an opinion of me, but I'm singing a country song and I show up with country music. It just kind of makes me fit the aesthetic. I don't always recommend it. I think that you have to know what you're doing. And if you do it, you need to be a little general with it, you know. But if you know what you're doing and you're really confident about your choices you're making, go for it. Get a little jean dress for the country show. If you're going out for a goth part, wear black or whatever, you know, but don't go over the top. I still can't breathe. I always bring a planner. And this is important because they honestly ask you at most auditions what your conflicts look like, and there's no way you're gonna remember it all. So bring a planner, keep your planner updated, and you can just be like, okay, the show runs till February. What do I got going on in February? Bloop, 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 bloop. Great, tag it and tag it. Move on. I always bring a planner. Also, you can write down important dates that you might get there or at your callback, so you can start making plans now. Because sometimes the turnaround from getting the role to rehearsal is a day. I got an email last night for the show, the workshop I'm in, and I'm in rehearsal tonight. I also bring a notebook. My friend Jordan got me this, and I use this for all my rehearsal needs and theater stuff. And of course, as always, bring a pen and a pencil. They hand you music on a pencil, or if you need to make a change to your music or to your sides, you're gonna want to bring a pencil. And that goes for callbacks too. Pens for you to make your notes and your books and whatever. You can just bring a pencil. The pen's not really required. I usually show up to the rehearsal drinking. Tea out of my little Believe cup, just getting everything warmed up in there. So I don't know. You don't have to bring. I'm just saying what's in my rehearsal bag, my audition bag, and it's tea. This is a no-brainer, but bring water. Especially if there's a dance call. You're gonna hate yourself if you don't bring water, because dance calls are typically harder than the choreography in the show. So, blah, blah, blah. What's also important is snacks. You never know how long you're gonna be waiting. Sometimes they want to audition everyone in one big clump. So like, let's say you go and you sing, and then you sing, and you go and you act, and then they're like, okay, wait an hour. and we're gonna do a big dance call, and you're gonna learn it, and then you're gonna go perform it. You never know what they're gonna want from you. They might have you go in and read with different people and keep switching out groups. An audition can be anything from 15 minutes to a 3-hour affair. Bring snacks, and bring healthy snacks, and bring snacks that will not make your breath stink or make your tummy do the farts. Yeah. Again, you might be waiting around a lot. I like to bring a book. Makes you look smart. This is literally, like, it makes you look smarter than if you're sitting on your phone. This is really good because it means you're never gonna be probably late to an audition again, because you're gonna have all your stuff laid out. And this is the most foolproof, like, concoction of items I can really think of to successfully get through an audition. So, hopefully this helps, and I hope as many of you guys can be as hashtag booked and blessed as I am right now. I'm a little busy right now, so we might not always have super great videos, we don't always have them on time, but you're gonna get them. And I hope more people start watching them. Please. Thanks for visiting my channel today. As always, stay beautiful.